over this many-year journey is incredibly important to them and to you, their families and their loved ones. As we begin, I'd like to share a couple of important housekeeping announcements and comments. We have faith that today's event will be spectacular and focused solely on our students' outstanding accomplishment over the past years. However, if there are any disruptions, we will pause the ceremony and escort anyone who disrupts the ceremony out of the hall so that we don't in any way interrupt the celebration. In addition, please be aware that we have several professional photographers covering the event, as you can see, so we can ensure that every student will be photographed while they're on stage. So please don't come up to the front of the room during the ceremony so that things, again, don't get disrupted and that we can keep things moving efficiently. At the conclusion of the ceremony, and we'll remind you about this again at the end, but just as a reminder at the beginning, please remain in your seats until the platform party, the faculty, and the new doctors have recessed from the stage. New doctors, that sounds nice, right? Following the ceremonial exit, the graduates will return to the stage for a few photos, and then you'll have a chance to sort of congregate up front and take as many pictures as you like. As we prepare to have the graduates process into the hall, I'm pleased to invite our outstanding soloist, who you'll hear more about soon, Hoitziman Lahobye, to the microphone to perform. Everybody please be seated. Good morning. For those of you who weren't here from my first round of comments, I'm Victor Schwartz. I'm the Senior Associate Dean for Wellness and Student Life, and it's my honor to be presiding, I don't know what that means exactly, but presiding over the ceremony today. It is my honor, though, to introduce you to our visionary leader, Dean Carmen Renee Green. It's been 5 years since Dean Green was recruited to lead the CUNY School of Medicine, and what an exciting era it has been. Dean Green has already and continues to be an active and renowned scholar in pain research, healthcare disparities, and health policy. And since joining us, Forbes, City and State New York, AM New York, Politics New York, I guess there's a New York theme to all of this, have recognized her for her vision and leadership at the CUNY School of Medicine. Indeed, during her action-packed tenure, CUNY Medicine has achieved an astonishing number of groundbreaking milestones. Last year, we became the 26th independent school in the City University of New York system, a standalone medical school in Harlem, and embedded in high-need neighborhoods across the 5 boroughs. We also recently secured a $19.3 million grant from the National Institutes of Health, which is the largest NIH grant in CUNY's history. Since day one, Dean Green has continuously expanded recruitment pathways into neighborhoods where New Yorkers are underserved and underrepresented in medicine. She's strengthened the school's academic programs and support services to give our students everything they need to succeed, and has engaged with government, academic, hospital, and nonprofit leaders to advocate for funding and ensure optimal clinical and research opportunities for our students. Thanks to Dean Green's vision and dedication, in March, the CUNY School of Medicine was honored to receive the Josiah Macy Jr. Foundation Award for Institutional Excellence. Yeah, sure, that's applause-worthy. This national honor recognizes individuals and institutions that demonstrate sustained leadership in advancing the social mission of health professions education. So without further ado, Dean Green, would you like to begin again today's ceremonies?
Success. Good morning, good people. I'd like to begin today's ceremony in the CUNY School of Medicine's traditional opening, and that is with a moment of silence for any of our personal things that we pray for. I ask that you join me in praying for peace in our time. We continue with recognizing the land that we are on, with a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge we are within a place of gathering and exchange, shaped by water and stewarded by ongoing generations of indigenous peoples. We acknowledge the land upon which we gather is part of the traditional territory and the unceded ancestral lands of the Lenape people. The Lenape people lived in harmony with one another upon this territory for thousands of years. During the colonial era and early federal period, many were removed west and north, but some also remain among the continuing historical tribal communities of this region. They and many other tribes called this home for more than 10,000 years. And they sustain this land so that we can enjoy her gifts today. We recognize both our responsibilities to care for the land and for the many generations to come. Thank you. As the Dean of the New York City's Deputy Mayor, New York City's Medical School, we are and remain the most inclusive and diverse medical school in the country. We are guided by a commitment to equity, access, student success, and inclusion. We are all about inclusive excellence and community. As New York City's medical school, our students reflect the city itself. Many are bilingual or even trilingual, embodying its rich cultural mosaic. I'm proud to say that this class speaks 17 different languages. So with that being said, I'm proud to invite some of our graduates to come forward and welcome you in their native languages.
Hello in Yoruba. Ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo ilé.
Haitian Creole, bonjour tout le monde, sak passe. Hello, in Hebrew, shalom, bruchim habayim. Arabic, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Albanian, Përshëndetje.
Gujarati, Jai Shri Krishna. Spanish, hola, bienvenidos. Igbo, Ndewono.
Punjabi, Sat Sri Akal ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ.
French, bonjour à tous.
Now, Dr. Lehobier will sing the national anthem. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem. So I stopped to give a moment of Dean's privilege. For those of you who do not know Hoitseman Lahebohe, she is a classically trained artist who has she is the first, she's our daughter. We've had the beauty of having this young woman in our family from South Africa for 10 years. And she is the first and only Black South African to get a Doctor of Musical Arts degree in the entire world. Okay. On behalf of the outstanding faculty and tremendous staff of the CUNY School of Medicine, I'm honored to welcome you to the MD class of 2026 commencement ceremony. Today, we recognize the many individual accomplishments and celebrate the collective achievements of our class. However, we cannot begin without the students noting that this day could not have occurred without their family and friends' support, as well as the ancestors who believed in us before we even knew ourselves. Let's not forget, we all create our own families as well. To the families, you entrusted us with your sons and your daughters, and we are grateful today that we send them forward to New York City and beyond as healers, leaders, and scholars. Graduates, please stand up and salute your families. Today, I'm also pleased and thrilled to be surrounded by many amazing people in the Dean's Platform Party and in the audience. I'd like to acknowledge my executive leadership team and our tremendous faculty and staff. We have wonderful representatives of the Gray Foundation, as well as the Tao Family Foundation, as well as other many generous donors whose enduring support helps make this moment special and possible. I'm also honored to have on this platform Dr. Helen Arteaga, who is the Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services, Dr. Herminia Palacio, who represents our only physician on the CUNY Board of Trustees and is part of our family. I also acknowledge our friend and colleague, Dr. Akeem Marsh, President of the Alumni Association. Oh, and may I please introduce Dr. Sandra Gold, the President of the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, as well as the many people who've accompanied you, including Dr. Kathleen Reeves. And we have a captain among us, Dr. Quinn from the United States Public Health Service. Welcome, welcome, and thank you. I now introduce Dr. Herminio Palacio, who was appointed to the City University of New York Board of Trustees in 2021, and as I mentioned before, the only physician serving on the board. Dr. Palacio illustrates the power of perseverance to become one of the nation's leaders in healthcare. She has served New York City as a Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services, President and CEO of the Guttmacher Institute, as well as being the Executive Director of the Harris County Public Health and Environmental Services when there are national disasters. such as Hurricane Katrina. As a longtime physician, Dr. Palacio has also served for 15 years at San Francisco General Hospital during the height of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. She is also a member of one of our most prestigious societies, honorific societies, the National Academy of Medicine. I ask Dr. Palacio to come forward and bring greetings from the Board of Trustees.
Thank you so much. I only speak 2 languages fluently, so good morning y buenos dias. Good morning, Dean Carmen Green, distinguished faculty, guests, families, friends, and most importantly, the CUNY School of Medicine class of 2026. I offer my greetings and welcome to today's honorary degree recipient, Sandra Gold, and our H. Jack Geiger Icon Award winner and keynote speaker, Dr. Helen Arteaga. It is my distinct honor to stand before you today on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York. Class of 2026, congratulations. Today is a day of celebration, a day for applause, for photographs, as illustrated by your dean, embraces the happy task of finding one another in a crowd of caps and gowns. It is also a day to honor the years of hard work that brought you here, the late nights, the exams, the jobs before and after class, the commutes, the doubts, the sacrifices, the friendships, the persistence, and the resilience. You arrived at this moment through demanding study, practical training, determination, and sustained commitment. What you have accomplished is significant, and it is yours to own. As we say in Spanish, no me quitan lo bailao. You can't take what I've danced away. You are this moment, and you represent the best of CUNY and the very best of New York City. We are enormously proud of you. This achievement, as you've heard, also belongs in part to the families, friends, faculty, attendings, mentors, and communities who helped make this day possible. Someone taught you. Someone encouraged you. Someone challenged you. Someone believed in you. Someone made room for you to grow. As you move forward, carry those relationships with you as you carry the lessons and experiences gained here. You have earned a priceless degree from the CUNY School of Medicine, and you leave here prepared for the next chapter of your lives. You are also stepping into a world that is complex, uncertain, and being reshaped in profound ways. But your education has prepared you to step right up to complexity. You have already been tested. You know something about pressure and deadlines and fatigue and competing obligations and the limits of easy answers. You have learned that medicine often requires calm when urgency is high. It requires clarity when emotions are intense. And it requires judgment when certainty is simply unavailable. Those qualities matter. They will matter in the hospitals, in the offices, in the clinics, in the classrooms, the agencies, the laboratories, and the boardrooms and communities where you will work. They will matter in the everyday decisions that require both competence and courage. So as you leave here today, use your education with intention and with integrity. Be curious, be principled, be rigorous, be generous with your talents and your kindness. There will always be challenges ahead, There will be moments when your confidence is tested, when the work feels heavier than expected, or when the path you plan changes. But there will also be so many moments of purpose, discovery, impact, and profound satisfaction. There will be people whose lives are changed because you did your work well. There will be institutions and communities strengthened because you brought your skill, your commitment, your integrity to the care, and your care to the work before you. Trust in your ability to rise to what comes next. To the families, friends, mentors, faculty, and staff who supported these graduates, thank you for your belief, your sacrifice, and your steady presence. This achievement does belong to you as well. So class of 2026, we delight in watching the paths you will forge. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I wish you every success and happiness in the years ahead. Congratulations.
So, this few minutes is for the graduates and me, a little quality time, where they get to listen to me for one last time. So, this is the last few minutes in which you will be called student doctor. And I know that you're incredibly excited, anticipating lots of challenges, but there's also a lot of fear. If you're smart, you've got fear. You have fear about what's going to happen during your internship and your residency and what lies ahead. You have to have a healthy dose of fear. I remember as an intern, I started every one of my calls in the chapel praying that I would not kill somebody. Right? You laugh, we're serious. It would take me a while to learn that there are a lot of deadly things that we can do to the human body. But one of the worst things that we can do is to remove someone's hope, not see their humanity, and kill someone's spirit, and thereby create the walking wounded. The most disturbing of that is that it can occur in just an instant. It is with that spirit and knowledge that I dare to humbly provide some advice for your days and your year ahead. 1, be authentically and wonderfully you. Everyone else is taken. You will meet people who will come from what they call prestigious, larger schools. They've been here longer. And sometimes we're tempted to think that we are less than who we are. I'm here to say you that you are more than. There are 160 medical schools in this country, more than 300 million people in the United States. And it only takes one of us and one medical school to make a difference. And I'm betting on us, and I'm betting on you to win, place, or show. We believe in you and your talent. Because we do, you should also believe in yourself. So indeed, you have learned a great deal, but there's so much more to learn. Recognize that everything up until this time, including translating for your grandmother, has uniquely prepared you to be a wonderfully and unique physician. You worked hard, you persevered, and you broke down barriers. And in the future, you will break down the glass ceilings. And you will show the world what the next generation of healers, leaders, and scholars look like. And by doing so, you will change the face of medicine. 3, be an advocate for those who are being othered, especially those who carry unequal burdens and whose voices often are unheard. This is why we chose you 7 years ago to be a Sophie, to join the likes of Marsh, Freimer, Lee, Yao, and so many others. You join a community of healers, leaders, and scholars who understand deeply the reality of educational and health disparities. You know that the social determinants of health in a way that others don't. You understand that the life expectancy of someone changes by 3.4 miles. 10 years. Grandmothers who don't see their grandchildren. Children who lose their mothers. Your zip code still matters. And when you entered this school, you learned about it. And today, it is as unacceptable as it was 7 years ago. And I'm betting on you to be the difference. I want you to think about your belly buttons. Point to your belly button. You find it? Okay. Oh, they passed anatomy? Yeah, right. You think they can find it? I hope so. Okay, thanks. Dr. Schwartz said you all passed anatomy. Okay. You're going to lose loved ones. We all do. But I want you to consider your ancestors' struggles, their stories, and their pride in you today. Because they were, you are. They remain your superpower, and they continue to be accessible to you via your belly button. You follow me? All we need to think about is our belly button when we get scared and we're not certain what to do. It's always present. It is that unique connection that makes us not one, but a community. No matter how difficult the challenge or strange the times that we live in, the sun always rises in the east. 5:33 this morning, and it sets in the west. We can always choose to find true north if we want to. With that being said, although these are strange times, the mission, the values, the goal of CUNY School of Medicine have not changed, nor will they change. 80% of you will stay in this great city, and most will serve in health professional shortage areas. We are called to advocate for the marginalized, the vulnerable, the underserved. Throughout your career and life, there continues to be always others where who do not show compassion and respect for someone. I'm encouraging you to be the voice for those who cannot be heard, who often are ignored or discarded. This is our calling as being part of the community of healers, leaders, and scholars. This is our truth. To be the doctors that New York needs and New Yorkers want to see. As my friend Lynn would say, we do that, and who could be against us? Learn to be stoppable, as well as unstoppable. You're stopping to answer a simple question of a patient and their family who's lost about how do I get to the parking lot when you are busy becomes so very important for all of us. And it shows you, by seeing them, you can ease an unequal burden. We are a community of dreamers. Let us not forget that that baby in the stroller, whose mom is an asylum seeker, in 20 years could be a Sophie. And because you stopped, they now want to be a doctor. Because you stopped. So I'm encouraging you also to be unstoppable as you advocate for patients and their families. I would not be one of Dr. Schwartz's clients if I didn't tell you not to take care of yourself. You gotta focus on and safeguard your health and well-being. You must find time to put on your own oxygen mask. Realize that the unwell cannot take care of the unwell, particularly when they are marginalized and vulnerable. And those are the people who are going to need us to be well the most. And lastly, we are all neighbors in this great, great city of neighborhoods. A multiracial, multi-ethnic, multicultural, multilingual, and international city full of neighborhoods. Let's strive to be good neighbors. Remember, as we talked about, you can disagree without being disagreeable. And more than ever, this city, this world needs healers. It needs leaders. And we live our best lives when we live in community. And if we do so, we can start changing the skyline of academic medicine. So, I end with, you got this. You got it. And we're exceedingly proud of you. Thank you. So we're challenged here a little bit because our dear friend Elizabeth Wilson-Nancy is at home watching us, okay? And she was, because she's a little under the weather. So Dr. Schwartz is going to read her part. How about that?
Sure, why not?
What could happen?
I passed reading. Right. Okay, so this is the class of 2026 by the numbers. So I'm going to ask you to pay attention so you know when to stand. Here at the CUNY School of Medicine, we're extremely proud of our high-achieving and uniquely inclusive student body. But don't just take my or Dr. Wilson-Anstey's word for it. I'll let the numbers speak for themselves. Graduates, please stand at the appropriate time. How many of you speak a language other than English at home? Please stand up. Okay, thanks. That's a remarkable 62% of our graduates, as you heard before, speaking 17 different total languages. How many of the graduates are first in their families? Let's start with those who are the first in a family to be born in the United States, or what we call first gen. Please stand up. Wow. Wow. Okay, thanks. Please sit down. Next, stand if you're the first in your family to earn a college degree. Okay, thank you. Please sit down. Please stand and remain standing if you're the first in your family to earn a medical degree. Wow. Okay, please sit down. The class of 2026 achieved an outstanding 98% residency match rate, 5 percentage points higher than the national rate, which, with 100% of the class entering residency programs, our graduates matched into 15 specialties, and consistent with our mission, 60% are entering primary care fields. And with that in mind, please stand if you're entering a primary care specialty. Wow. Okay, thanks. Please sit down. You're getting a little exercise too this morning. All right. Okay. Please stand if you will be serving in New York City for your residency. Great, thanks. Please sit down. As you can see, that's about half the class. Please stand up if you'll be doing a residency in New York State. There you go again. So now we have 3/4 of the class. This is why we like to call ourselves New York's medical school. The majority of our doctors care for this city and the state. Thanks. Please sit down. We're now going to present awards to graduates who've earned distinctions or achievements in different areas. I would like to invite Dr. Linnie Golightly, Provost and Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, to the podium to present the Dean's Academic and Clinical Excellence Awards.
Thank you so much. I would like for us to remember that the current class of 2026 joined us in 2019 as freshmen in the BS Biomedical Science program. To honor their 7-year journey with us, I would like to recognize those students who achieved high academic distinction coming out of the bachelor's programs. Would the students who earned the cum laude designation please stand up? This is after your BS degree. Please stand up. We commend you. You may be seated. Would the students who earned the magna cum laude designation please now stand up? You may be seated. And would the students who earned the summa cum laude designation please stand up? As you can see, this is indeed an awesome class. Dean Green, there are 2 MD graduates who have shown excellence in the academic and clinical mission and have received honors in all core medical clerkships. These students are wearing a gold cord over their regalia. As I call your name, I ask these student doctors to come to the stage. Alicia Kaur DeRoche and Palak Oza.
Manoj. He's our big Manoj on campus.
Well, I will take provost privilege. I do not have with me now the indelible award that you will achieve, but some things go beyond physical presence. So here with the powers bestowed upon me, and Dean Green has found them, as she gives them these indelible medals, I would like to say, as I started, that some things go beyond. And these two fabulous students who will today be indeed doctors represent that. Can we give them a round of applause? I would now like to call my colleague, Dr. Maria Lima, the Senior Associate Dean for Research and Strategy and Chief Research Officer, to the podium.
Good afternoon. Indeed, you are a remarkable class. I'll now add to your accolades, or their accolades, which Dean Vic Schwartz read a few minutes ago, and tell you, Dean Green, and the audience that 30 graduates distinguished themselves by being published authors of a peer-reviewed publication. Yes, 30 students, about 60% of the class. It's not exactly 60, but we look forward, we look up. It's an amazing feat and a testament to the scientific rigor of our program. Students, when I call your names, please stand and remain standing. Audience, please wait until the last name is called so you can applaud them. Wait until the end. Augustine Abreu. Olafisayo Adeoye. Fisayo. Sarish Ali, Edward Augustine, Jenna Sherazard, Samantha Colon, Alicia DeRoche, Krista Davey, Alexis Dickerson, Gabrielle Arisnor, Ashley Francis. Yeah, I said applaud, I guess. My bad. Cheyenne Huda, Edith Kafexi, Oluwafunke Kolowole, Kalina Lu, Ricky Lovell, Joseph Marte, Dharan Mathur, Rochelle Monteau, Daniel Mordayev, Imani Nkoji, Ebube Chukwu Obiora, Palak Oza, Rushi Parik, Joanna Tamoka, Shidobi Umiasor, Jasmine Wong, Vincent Yao, Haley Young. That's it. We can all give our big congratulations. Among these graduates, 7 further distinguished themselves by the strength of their research contributions during their medical school years. The students have earned the Dean's Award for Research Excellence and Track of Distinction in Research Award and are wearing a white cord over their regalia. Students, please come to the stage as I read your names to receive your medal. Samantha Colon, Cheyenne Huda, Kalina Liu, Imani Njoki and Koji, Palak Oza, Rushi Parekh, and Vincent Yao. I'm good with that.
Okay. Don't go too far away. Okay, thanks. I now have the honor of presenting the Dean's Service Excellent Award to 10 students who are being recognized for their exceptional service. Would the following students please come to the stage? And luckily we have this in alphabetical order. Alina Abraham, Edouard Augustine, William Beauchamp, Cawthor Coppin, Cheyenne Huda, Joseph Marte, Chelsea Napier, Ibube Chakwu Obiora, Rushi Parekh, and Aaliyah Robinson. Okay, let's have another round of applause. Thank you. And Dr. João Nunez, Associate Medical Professor, will now come to the podium to deliver the next recognition.
Good afternoon. I am very pleased to say that we have 5 students who finished the the track of distinction in narrative medicine. And I would ask the students to come to the podium as I call their names so that they can receive their certificates. The first name is Augustine Abreu. Jenna Sherazard. Elizabeth De Carmen. Ide Cafexio. Johanna Temoka.
Okay, it's now my honor to stand in for Dr. Wilson Anstey again. It's also my honor to recognize students who have earned the inaugural Dean's Award for completing the CUNY School of Medicine Pathway Program. The award recognizes students who joined us as high school students in our Pathway program and then remained through the whole BSMD program. 5 students have earned this distinction, representing roughly 10% of the class of 2026. We're proud we've invested in you and in turn to have you invest in us. Please come to the podium as I call your name. More exercise. Alina Abraham. Crystal Anthony. Priscilla Babalola. William Beauchamp, and Rushi Parikh. Yeah, you should have. Joao, you should you were part of this program, right? Joao should be in the picture. Right behind you.
Okay. So what's so exciting about this Pathway Award? And we came up with this because of Dr. Wilson Anstey and Mr. Irves. 10% of this class were in one of our Pathway programs. And that's just outstanding. It says we're bringing in New York's finest to be the doctors that New Yorkers need. Yeah. Okay. So there are 2 students, you all inspire me, but there are 2 students who received the Dean's Persistence Award, and this is for people who've overcome numerous obstacles to persevere in their studies. And they are the people who continue to inspire me, us, to do the work. Will Fisayo and Gabby please come forward, please? You stay right there so you can see how beautiful you are. Fisayo? Now I'd like to give you some background on the following recognitions. We're proud to have the CUNY School of Medicine included the Gold Humanism Honor Society, as well as the Alpha Omega Medical Honor Society. These are the nation's most prestigious medical honor societies, and as representatives, we are able to bestow the highest honor upon some of our deserving faculty, students, alumni. Faculty and alumni winners, can you please stand? The Gold Humanism Honor Society is a community of medical students, physicians, and other leaders who have been recognized for their compassionate care, reinforcing the human connection in healthcare. We have one of the founders here, and the beautiful red hat. We got to get her a green one. Anyway, Dr. Sandra Gold. Alpha Omega Alpha is also a lifelong honor for students, faculty, residents, and alumni, conferring recognition for a physician's dedication to professionalism, leadership, scholarship, research, and community service, and being worthy of caring for the suffering. The AOA has a special place in my heart as I was inducted into this honored medical society when I was a medical student at Michigan State University College of Human Medicine. And now I serve as the counselor of the Chi chapter of New York and on its board of directors as a member at large. I'm pleased to have members from the CUNY School of Medicine community join me in announcing those with this distinction. Dr. Lauren Cochran, as well as Dr. Mamuna Kokar. They're going to join me to present the list. Thank you.
So we would like to start by recognizing individuals who've been inducted into the Gold Humanism Honor Society, including graduates wearing green cords over their regalia. Could we first ask all alumni and faculty members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society to stand up again? Congratulations. And I will now call the names of the graduate GHHS members. As I do, students please stand up to be recognized and remain standing until the final name is called. Oluwafisayo Adeoye. Gabriel Arisnar. Oluwafunke Kolowole. Joseph Marte. Rochelle Monteau. Imani Wokeje, Palak Oza, and Vincent Yao. Will everyone please join me in a round of applause for these incredible students?
So congratulations to all. We will now recognize our Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society inductees. First, I again ask all faculty and alumni who have been inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society to please stand and be recognized. Congratulations to you all. And now, we recognize our 2026 CUNY Medicine student inductees. They are wearing a gold and green cord over their regalia. As I call your name, I would like each graduate to please stand and remain standing until the last name is called. Aloha Fisayo Adeoe. Edward Augustin. Brianna Benoit. Alicia DeRoche. Izuchukwu Ebere. Gabrielle Ariznor. Kalina Liu. Rochelle Monteau. Abubachukwu Obiora. Palak Oza. Chidobe Yumisor. And Haley Young. Will everyone please join us again in a round of applause for these students?
We're now honored to bestow the Leonard Tao Humanism Medicine Awards. You want to come? Established by Lynn, the award recognizes graduating medical students and faculty who are examples of humanism in the care of patients. Though Leonard is no longer with us, his legacy continues to live on in so many ways. It was created to elevate compassion, empathy, and respect alongside scientific excellence in medicine. We are especially grateful to Leonard, our benefactor, champion, and extremely good friend, for his enduring commitment to us and to the values that we celebrate today with this award. Dr. Kokar?
Thank you, Dean Green. I am honored to recognize my colleague, Dr. Cheatham Yilmaz, as the Faculty Tao Awardee. As the Director of Independent Studies and Remediation, Dr. Yilmaz demonstrates a deep dedication for teaching and mentoring first year, second year, and USMLE Step 1 students, providing support that is infused with enthusiasm, care, sensitivity, advocacy, and humanism. Dr. Yilmaz, congratulations.
Step back here so that we can get in line here. Come here, my dear. Hold on to my elbow. Oh, you going to use it too?
What an honor this is.
It's my honor. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I'm deeply honored. I'm seeing it with humiliation. And I am very proud to ask Rochelle Monteau, class of 2026, to join us at the podium. As almost all of you know, Rochelle is a highly intelligent, deeply humanistic, future internal medicine physician who's committed to empowering her patients, colleagues, and communities through care, research, mentorship, education, and advocacy. Please join us in congratulating both Dr. Yilmaz and soon-to-be Dr. Monteau.
This is kind of special too. So, this year marks our inaugural presentation of the Excellence in Public Health Award. This is a national award, and it's conferred by the United States Public Health Service Commission's Corps. I welcome Captain Celia Quinn to the stage, who is a captain of the United States Public Health Service. We need you more than ever. So you'll present this award for us. Thank you so much, Captain.
Thank you, Dean, for that introduction. And I am so excited to be here today, not only because this is the first time we are presenting this award here, but the values and what CUNY is offering is so well aligned with our service. So as mentioned, I'm here on behalf of the Public Health Service Physician Professional Advisory Committee to recognize an outstanding student from City University, New York School of Medicine, who has been selected to receive a 2026 Excellence in Public Health Award. For those not familiar with our service, the Public Health Service was founded in 1798 to provide medical care to sailors and merchant seamen with yellow fever and malaria. Over the subsequent 225 years, our mission has broadened to delivering health promotion and disease prevention programs to all people. Today, the Commissioned Corps of the Public Health Service is dedicated to serving on the front lines in the nation's fight against disease and poor health conditions. So today, I'm very excited that for her excellent work addressing iron deficiency anemia among pregnant women, we will recognize Elizabeth DeCarmine with the 2026 Excellence in Public Health Award. And as she's coming up, come. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to public health, and we hope you consider a career with the U.S. Public Health Service. I believe there's supposed to be a certificate, but if we don't find it, I will get it to you.
Can I ask class representatives Samantha Colon and Chelsea Napier to come to the podium to present the Class of 26 Faculty and Staff Awards?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samantha Colon, and I am presenting this year's Faculty Award on behalf of the class of 2026. Each year, the Faculty Award is given to a faculty member nominated by the graduating class for their dedication, mentorship, and unwavering commitment to student success throughout our medical school journey. This year, it is our honor to recognize someone who has truly been a constant presence in our education. From becoming deeply integrated in our POM courses to guiding us through our M2 summative OSCEs and continuing to support us during our M3 OSCEs, Dr. Green has dedicated countless hours to helping shape us into confident and compassionate future physicians. His commitment to teaching, patience, and encouragement have left a lasting impact on our class, and we are incredibly grateful for the role he has played in our growth over these past 4 years. On behalf of the class of 2026, it is my privilege to present the Faculty Award to Dr. Walter Green. Congrats. Can we take a picture? Oh, the picture? Yes.
This year's staff award goes to someone who has been a steady source of support, guidance, and reassurance for our class. During moments that were often stressful and uncertain, she consistently showed patience, kindness, and a genuine willingness to help students succeed. What many people may not see is just how much care and effort goes into helping an entire class reach this milestone. She has played an important role in that journey for all of us, and her impact has not gone unnoticed. The class of 2026
Looks like I'm Dr. Wilson Anstey again. Okay. Our thanks to the class of 2026 for recognizing the dedication of the faculty and staff who supported and celebrated your journey. To present our next award, I ask that the following two physicians join me at the podium. Dr. Dwayne Smith, clinical professor and co-course director of the practice of medicine, and Dr. Akeem Marsh, a graduate of the Sophie Davis class of 2007 and medical director for the Home of Integrated Behavioral Health at the New York Foundling Hospital.
Good afternoon. Thank you. It is indeed an honor to present the Dean's Social Mission Award to the Brothers MD. For 2 decades, Brothers MD has been a powerful movement within the CUNY School of Medicine to close one of medicine's most persistent equity gaps. Black men make up 13% of the US population, yet only represent less than 3% of physicians nationwide. At the CUNY School of Medicine, about 10% of students in the BSMD program are Black men, and the school graduates 1 out of every 4 Black physicians in New York City.
Part of the CUNY-wide Black Male Initiative Network, Brothers MD supports future doctors from the first day of undergraduate study in biomedical sciences through to medical school and beyond. The program offers mentorship, academic support, lasting friendships, and a strong peer network, including scores of BMI alumni, aimed at boosting recruitment, retention, and long-term success in medicine.
So from an inaugural cohort of 7 students in 2006, Brothers MD has grown into a thriving community of nearly 80 practicing physicians. Members meet twice monthly for lectures, group discussions, and career-building conversations, and return often to mentor younger students and reconnect at the annual Alumni versus Current Students basketball game, a spirited tradition of celebration, support, and bonding.
The need for programs like the Brothers MD initiative couldn't be greater. As one example, a statistic, this year, only 552 black men matriculated at medical schools nationwide, and that's the same number as in 1974. To accept this award on behalf of the Brothers MD initiative, I ask Gerald Irves, Director of Admissions and Enrichment Programs, to the podium. And just to let you know, Mr. Irves has been there since the very beginning, co-founding the initiative in partnership with the late Christopher Wanyoni, and keeping this program and its mission alive for the past 20 years.
Let the brothers get in there first. How about that? So, Mrs. Irves, are you out there? Oh, there she is. Gerald, did you know your wife was here? There's a few other secrets that she's been keeping in the trunk of the car. This has a bag that says Macy's. Mr. Irves is also responsible for being the Director of Admissions for this extraordinary class. Congratulations, Mr. Irves. Thank you very much for all you do day in and day out. There's also one other social mission award that we wish to acknowledge. When we decided that we wanted an Alpha Omega Alpha chapter, there were only 2 people here who actually were members of this honorary society. And one of them is getting retired, and unfortunately it's not me. It was news to me too. Anyway, our secretary and treasurer, an extraordinary scholar and teacher who has done so much with compassion, treating our students, our kids with respect, and holding up the highest standards of Alpha Omega Alpha. Dr. Rosemary Wazor, can you please come to the stage? Oh, it's you.
Well, I'm strangely back as myself. Okay. It's not easy to keep track. This year's MD Commencement marks a special milestone. For the first time, we will award an honorary degree as part of this ceremony. Since becoming a standalone medical school within the City University of New York last year, we have gained the privilege of conferring honorary degrees, one of the most meaningful traditions in academic life. Honorary degrees recognize individuals whose achievements, leadership, and service reflect the values of our institution. To bestow this award, I invite one of my newest colleagues, Dr. Elizabeth Cleek, to the podium to deliver the next award. Dr. Kleek has joined CUNY School of Medicine as Associate Dean for Special Projects and Executive Chief of Staff. She previously served as Senior Vice President at the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, where she worked for 9 years before joining us here.
Thank you. The Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, we present today honors two exceptional individuals, Dr. Sandra O. Gold and Dr. Arnold P. Gold, and a remarkable legacy. Dr. Sandra Gold is an educator, advocate, and co-founder of the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, whose work has transformed the culture of medicine by championing kindness, dignity, and humanism in healthcare. Together with her late husband, Dr. Arnold P. Gold, Dr. Gold helped build a movement that has shaped generations of physicians and medical students across the country. Through the organization they established, they reminded the medical profession that scientific excellence and compassionate care must always go hand in hand. Dr. Gold's lifelong commitment to education, service, community, and leadership has touched countless lives. From her early work as an educator and counselor to her decades of leadership across healthcare research and philanthropic organizations. Her example continues to inspire a more compassionate vision of medicine, one deeply aligned with the mission and the values of the CUNY School of Medicine. Please join me in celebrating Dr. Sandra O. Gold.
Thank you so much. I'm afraid they're going to take this as part of my allotted time. I want to first say that I am overwhelmed at honor after honor that I feel fortunate enough to enjoy today, to be able to be awarding face-to-face a Leonard Tao Humanism recipients, both faculty and student, is going to be down in my book as one of the most beautiful moments for me. So thank you so much to the administration. Of course, this place is like a love fest, right? Can you hear me? Yeah. And I'm enjoying every minute of being in this sacred space. So I want to give a formal greeting to Dean Carmen Green and the CUNY School of Medicine faculty and other dignitaries that are here today, and of course, members of the class of 2026 and your guests who are having a wonderful time. I get a chance to see their faces. This is a day for memories and remembering people who have been important in your lives. The past is instructive and historic. The future is, well, I should say aspirational. But the future is now, and acting for the future is now. And I know that this generation of young doctors in particular understand multitasking and can look at the past, look to the future, and act in the present mindfully more than any generation that I have known so far. So the future is yours, my dears. I believe many of you have guests here today whose support throughout your life allows you to be at this awesome day. I believe some of those people are here, and some of them were not able to be present. But this is the time for remembering them and holding the memory of what they have done to support you thus far very close to you with great appreciation. Present or not, they will always be with you. Personally, today I am remembering my own parents and family and friends, and especially two people who in different ways were instrumental for the great honor being bestowed upon me today by this unique and very outstanding College of Medicine. The honor which I received today is because my husband, Columbia Professor Arnold Gold, who you heard a little bit about, noticed that doctors were becoming more enamored with science and technology than they were taking care of people, their patients. He responded by establishing this Arnold P. Gold Foundation to address this disturbing trend in medicine and recruited me to run it. It was always nearly impossible for me to refuse a request of my husband. And I enjoyed every moment. So today, I accept this honorary degree on behalf of my husband and the trustees and talented staff of the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. It has had, gratefully, a far-reaching impact on acknowledging that humanistic medical relationships are critical to expert medicine, not an add-on, not a nicety. And at any rate, it is a delight to know that Arnold will be remembered for one famous quote. He said that if a doctor only is proficient in his craft or her craft in the science of medicine and not the art as well, they are only half a doctor. Now that's pretty strong, but Arnold was not known to mince words when the truth and the facts have to be told. So please try and remember that on today that you are ready to take on this job of being a whole doctor, a complete doctor, a doctor who cares for people and not diseases. I want to thank the amazing Dr. Kathy Reeves, MD, who is the current foundation president and the leader of this movement to preserve what is holy and special about medicine. Why you guys and gals chose this as your professional life. And I want to thank my children, Amelia Gold and Dr. Brian Benson, for being here with me to share this special occasion, and several staff members of the Gold Foundation who made it here and are sharing this moment with me. Well, I also remember a man that you heard a little bit about, Mr. Dr. Leonard Tao. He was a very dear friend of Arnold and mine, and a supporter of many significant philanthropic endeavors, including humanism and medicine and this medical school. He loved this school. Early in the history of the CUNY medical program, Len envisioned and urged the creation and implementation of Dr. Green's vision and aspiration and the board's desire to establish this medical school. Thanks, Len. In closing, class of 2026, there's an oath you are about to swear, a solemn oath that delineates the obligations of physicians to their patients and colleagues, a binding, abiding pledge which will be witnessed today by your family members and your mentors and teachers. It will govern and rededicate your commitment to humanistic, service-oriented clinical behavior from this day forward for all the days of your future professional life, as well as it documents your agreement to become a lifelong learner for the benefit of your patients. You will have the privilege of caring for, serving, and protecting the lives of your fellow human beings. The oath connects you for your lifetime as a physician who remembers and promises to never betray the oath that you will swear today. An oath is a serious obligation, my fellows. I urge you to treasure the copy of your oath, which is found in your program. Take it home with you and keep it someplace where you can refer to it often. Don't forget this day and this oath. Frame it and place it on the wall in plain sight. Put it on your desk. It embraced the foundation of your new life as a knowledgeable and compassionate doctor. Allow it to permeate your thinking, your learning, and your devotion to those who will trust you with their very lives. May you enjoy the practice of medicine as did my husband, Arnold Gold, who for 54 years loved being a teacher and clinician till his very last breath on this earth, even with all its complexities and difficulties. I hope you will likewise feel the joy and deep satisfaction in your professional life. Congratulations, doctors, and welcome. The legs aren't very good.
The Board of Trustees of the City University of New York confers upon Sandra O. Gold and Arnold P. Gold, who have satisfied the requirements of the university, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you again, Dr. Gold, for sharing your wisdom with our students. I now invite Rosa Agosto, Chief Talent and Learning Officer at the Urban Health Plan, our long-standing clinical partner, to introduce our keynote speaker. Rosa, an outstanding leader and partner, is chair of the Community Advisory Board for our NIH-funded New York Center for Advancing Translational Research in Health. Rosa.
Okay, I hope you can, I know you can hear me. I don't know if you can see me. That's what, people with big hearts are small in stature. Yeah, that's what it is. So I am not only privileged to be here, I'm really happy to be here to talk about this woman who leaves a mark wherever she goes. And I have some notes, and it's both personal and factual. Helen is quite young to have an extraordinary career, but an extraordinary career is the one she has had at such young age. She's so smart, so capable, so giving, and so forward-looking. And these are the attributes that are the foundation for her very radical achievements, for her quest for equity and for overcoming barriers, very similar to yours and to all of us. And up until 6 months ago, Dr. Arteaga was the CEO of Elmhurst Hospital. And this marks the second milestone. I'm out of place on purpose in her career as the first Latina to lead this institution. Elmhurst actually reflects this medical school, reflects the borough of Queens. It is home to people from 120 different countries, representing one of the most culturally and ethnically diverse places in the world, not just in New York City. It's home to immigrants who are hardworking, home often with limited resources, yet with tremendous ambitions and hopes for the future. And Dr. Arteaga grew up right there. Her leadership at Elmhurst emerged, of course, as transformative, and there's many things in her bio she secured $140 million to set up services that are really crucial, not only for populations like the ones in Elmhurst, but for populations everywhere. A women's pavilion and a pediatric intensive care unit. She was able to do that in an institution that is today 194 years old. And under Helen's, she did it in 4 years. And under Helen's guidance, Elmhurst earned recognition as Best Regional Hospital and a high-performing institution by U.S. News and World Report. And equally important, because her concern is not only for the patients and for community, but for the people who serve those folks. And Elmhurst was also named a top place to work. I was there about 3 months ago. People didn't know who I was, and as I walked by and I saw her picture, people kept telling me good things about her, and she was no longer there. I am confident that you, who may have rotated at Elmhurst, have sensed that kind of environment there. Helen's academic journey, she earned her PhD from CUNY at the beginning of her tenure at Elmhurst. I was telling her that, I remember telling her, you're gonna take this big job and you're gonna finish your dissertation and you're gonna defend it. No, you don't do that, just wait. And she goes, oh, sure, and then she did it. To her current role as Deputy Mayor of Health and Human Service, that's the third milestone, in which she oversees at least 13 agencies which make up $29 billion of this city's budget. That is the quintessential example, or the quintessential story, if you will, of immigrant service and dedication to public health and well-being, and to serving those who need expert help, like the ones you're going to provide the most, a quest for equity, And this leads me to the first milestone. Helen's story began as a young immigrant from Ecuador. Typical story of hardworking mom and dad who focus on education just like the parents who are here. Then her dad became really very horribly sick and he did not have health insurance. Her dad passed on and Helen at that point was focused on becoming a medical doctor, but she switched focus to focusing on public health and access to health care. She went on a journey to establish a community health center in her very own neighborhood of Corona where her dad died. This took years, but she indeed did this center. She surpassed, overcame many obstacles, and partnered with Urban Health Plan, my organization, to open Plaza del Sol in honor of her dad, in honor of all those like him, in honor of those like her family, in honor of those like many of us who are here, including myself. She's actually the first Latina to open a community health center in New York. And I'm on the top 3 in the country. Did you know that? Plaza del Sol now serves more than 27,000 patients who otherwise would not receive health care. And it's not only a place where health care is provided, it is also a teaching institution. We train nurses, we train nurse practitioners, we train doctors, and we train PAs there. I said quintessential before to describe her story, but Helen is really an avatar for equity. An avatar made human for the underserved. An avatar advancing care embodied in empathy, embodied in humanity, embodied in dignity. She is indeed a leader, a health professional, and a scholar, and I love her so much. Thank you.
So we're going to have to get you your own meme. We'd ask you to come, Dr. Ortega, and address our graduates. Thank you.
I was already crying, and I'm like, I'm not even done. So buenas tardes, good afternoon. Thank you so much, Dean, and amazing faculty, familia, and friends, and above all, the class of 2026. Congratulations. I stand here super honored and humbled because I have to tell you I am a bit overwhelmed. As Rosa was talking, the path that we all take, sometimes it's good to sit back and remember your path. And the way Dean Green described this graduation class to me, it was like if it was describing my neighborhood, where I grew up in Corona, Queens, and there's a lot of Queens people here, so yay. But this class is 100% New York, 84% first generation, 62% multilingual, 70% unrepresented in medicine, and 10% immigrant. This is not just a class. It is a movement here in New York. It's a movement here in CUNY. Like they say, if you make it here, you make it anywhere. My parents came from Ecuador, as Rosa mentioned. They brought me here to the United States, and we settled in our beloved Corona, Queens. Like many of your families, we didn't have much, but it was what my father believed. He believed in education like it was a religion. My mother, who sacrificed, I really didn't fully understand what they were doing until now that I look back. My father used to tell me, you can't change the world, Helen, but you can change this block. He worked and he dreamed it. He got me into NYU on a full scholarship until he got sick. When he was treated for leukemia at Elmer's Hospital in Queens, the second oldest public hospital here in New York City, a safety net that cares for the most vulnerable. He was treated there, however, he died there with ever having access to insurance. His death changed me. Well, not immediately, it became the North Star that guided me in everything else I did in my life after that. It is where my advocacy was born. After receiving an MPH from Columbia, I began my career creating a community health center because I wanted a health center, a place where people could go and know that they were going to be served in their language and be culturally respected. Many of those who were overlooked by the regular health system, that fire, that sadness that I used was to help my community, and it's what guided me to, in 2009, open Plaza del Sol Family Health Center in Corona, Queens, with 28 patients, one of them being my mom, so it's really 27. But in reality, looking back, now that health center serves 49,000 now annually patients in the borough of Queens. Those 49,000 now have less asthma days, less sick days, and now have over 210 healthy babies every year. I didn't know if it would work, I have to be honest. I just knew Plaza del Sol needed to exist. And here's what I learned from that experience, and I want to make sure that you know this today. The gap of what is and what should be is not the problem we should be answering. It is, what is your role? What is the role that you will take when you see a problem, when you see an injustice? What role will you decide to take? Today, you're moments away from becoming a doctor in medicine, and I urge you to recall those moments, the lessons you learned in your journey that got you to this point. When you're seeing your patients, please see them beyond their diagnosis. Please see them before they're charged to admission, because days will get busy, you will get busy, life will get you busy. But what doesn't change is the patient in front of you. The patient in front of you needs to be seen differently. You need to see them, what zip code they're coming from, what is their housing situation, what is their food status, what is their language barrier, as it means to look at a person holistically. And that is the education that you got here at CUNY. When people say, what makes your medical school different? You say, we see the patient holistically. We see the patient as they are. Your task will be a hard one. You will have to take care of the most vulnerable, navigating a health system that was not created for them, navigating pandemics, and learning that this health. In May of 2020, when I got COVID-19 in the first wave and I was admitted to Elmer's Hospital, the same place where my father took his last breath. The world was watching Elmer's at the heart of the pandemic. As you remember, we had refrigerators outside, we had doctors, nurses working until they almost collapsed. We became the epicenter of the epicenter. And while I was sitting there and I was really sick and seeing the team that saved my life there, I also wondered, because my days also got hard. And I asked myself, why is me helping getting so hard? And lying in that bed, many rushed memories came into my life. And I realized I stopped dreaming because the days got hard. And I remember something more important, that little whisper that always comes that my father said to me so many times. You can't change the world, but you can change this block. And I remember now at that moment that my next block was this hospital. I knew my community needed me. I knew during the midst of the dark days of the pandemic, we needed people to be there for each other. So with so many questions in my head, I was like, well, let's go for it. At that time, I did something amazingly crazy. I said my next block will be to create a foundation and make Elmer's Hospital a safe place for the community, since so many people in my community were dying from COVID-19. So I applied to be a CEO at the most famous hospital in the world during the pandemic, Elmer's Hospital. And I was applicant 311. I remember like it was a little thing that says, you know, you're applicant, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, 300 people and 11 people applied to be CEO. And I have to tell you, after 21 long interviews, I became the CEO of New York City Health and Hospital, the first woman and the first Latina to hold that role in 1990. And the reason why I tell you this is that I didn't let a crisis or a hard day end my story. It certified my role of how I wanted to answer the things I saw in healthcare. It was about the walk that I wanted to take in this world, in the world that sometimes is not as friendly. And as healthcare professionals, you'll see sometimes resources will be thin, inequalities will be deep. People will tell you that no, you cannot do that, that policies will say no to you. And let me offer you this. Remember those moments. But I also want to tell you, if you remember anything before I leave, I just want to tell you 3 little things that I've learned in my path. First, your story, where you come from, the hardships, is your best clinical tool, is what will make sure that you connect with your patient. It would be the beginning of the trust. Because when a patient is sick, when someone asks for your help, whether it's a nurse, the housekeeper in a hospital, or that patient in that exam room, no, they're looking to you for help. Use that connection, use that trust. Health equity, second, health equity is not an ideology. It is a daily operational question and decision that you will have to do every day. At Elmhurst, we became the first hospital in New York State to receive the Joint Commission Health Equity Gold Certification. Not because we made it a declaration, not because we said that's a cool thing to have, because we made small decisions every day to make sure that how we were collecting data, how we were making sure language access was ensured, how we made sure all those follow-up calls were done to make sure no patient was left behind. Equity in the lives and the details of practice to make sure no one ever got left behind. And then number 3, I will tell you that nothing's impossible. Look at your name when you think you're afraid. Look at your name and see the MD behind it. Remember that. You are part of the system now. 70% of you will do your residency here in New York City. 70%. You're going to be where most people need you, and change is happening fast. So I want to make sure you remember that you are doctors. You are now part of the system, but that means you're also part of the solution. You can make things happen. Use your authority, your knowledge, your compassion, your love, your strength, the faith that got you here. Remember that you can change one patient at a time. I want you to take this moment and keep it close, because there will be many days that you'll be like, why did I do this? I could be partying, or I could be working Wall Street. But I want to make sure that you know that it's super important. On the day that I was announced to be deputy mayor 5 months ago, standing on the podium at Elmhurst Hospital, the place where my father died, the place that saved my life, the place where we took a low-income hospital that no one believed in and made it into our powerhouse, ranked 26th hospital, best care in New York City. I'm almost there to Mount Sinai. Watch out. I looked out at the crowd and I felt something break open in me, and I looked at my notes and I said, Madre, tu sacrificio valió la pena. Mom, your sacrifices was worth it. Shift to every grandma that prayed, for every sibling that cheered you on, for every partner and child who would bring you tea or coffee when you stopped, when you needed that extra caffeine pump, or the days that you stopped believing in yourself. No, tu sacrificio valió la pena. Your sacrifice was worth everything you did. Look at what you produced. Look what you produced, guys. And to the class of amazing future doctors, you don't need to change the world. What my father has told me, you need to change your block. And your block could be your clinic, it could be your unit, it could be your patient in room 4. Remember, your block could be that one patient, that one family, that one community. You have your training, your education, family, that one community. You have your training, your education, your passion. You have a whole crew of people, professors, familia, friends, and even me. So no excuses. Today we party, but tomorrow we get to work, because your block is waiting. Congratulations, class of 2026. Mil gracias.
Okay. Yeah, it is heavy. So, Dr. Atiag, we are so very thankful grateful that you shared this story. I was inspired. One block at a time, one patient at a time, one medical school at a time. And because of your work, so I want people to hear this, my students to hear this in particular. When I got here, as the dean, nobody knew me. I can understand that. I don't understand it now. But I came to visit you because we didn't have a student at Elmhurst. You met me in that beautiful conference room of yours. And you started, when people said it couldn't be done, you started taking our students for clerkships. And you fell in love with our students like we do. They can be rascals, but we love them. And then you called us and said, can you send us more of your students? Starting a trend, and I am thankful. And you're going to get lots of awards for your story. It should be written. You're going to get lots of awards because you're the deputy mayor. But you really have changed the lives of patients. And we at the CUNY School of Medicine have an award. It's the H. Jack Geiger. Yeah, the highest award that the CUNY School of Medicine gives, our Social Mission Award. And today, in recognition of your outstanding leadership, unwavering dedication to public health, and steadfast commitment to advancing health and human services for the people of New York City, we give you the CUNY School of Medicine H. Jack Geiger Social Mission Icon Award.
I thought we were giving it to one of you guys.
Give them time.
Due to you guys. Due to you. Thank you. An amazing couple of.
Okay. It's my honor to turn the podium over to Alicia Durack, who was selected by the class to deliver the MD Class of 2026 student address. Alicia?
Good afternoon, everyone. And first, congratulations to the class of 2026. I want to take the time to first thank our friends, family, faculty, and mentors, without whom none of this would be possible today. Behind every graduate in this room is a village of people, mine's is right over there, who were there to celebrate all the small victories along the way and reassure us of our potential on the long and difficult days. These are the people who believed in us even before we fully believed in ourselves. Speaking of people who believed in me, I would like to start off by sharing a story. 3 years ago, during my first year of medical school, I was at my cousin's wedding. My family was dancing, laughing, enjoying themselves, when suddenly I looked over and saw my uncle unconscious on the ground, surrounded by many, many of my very panicked relatives. The next thing I knew, I was also in an ambulance, in the front passenger seat though, riding to the emergency room with my uncle in the back. At the hospital, all of a sudden, I found myself becoming a representative. I was responding to the physicians, delivering information to the nurses, all while juggling multiple calls from my family members trying to figure out what's going on, and also trying to take off my very, very heavy earrings, all at the same time. And all of this was because I was the only one in my family at that time, and till today as well, with a foot in medicine. After some hydration and help from a banana bag in the ER, my uncle turned out to be completely fine. Turned out he had simply enjoyed himself a little bit too much at the open bar. But what stayed with me here was not this emergency itself. It was the sense of responsibility that I felt in that very moment. And I think many of us here today can understand that feeling. For a lot of us, especially in a class where over 80% of students are first-generation physicians, we have already carried pieces of medicine within our families and communities. Some of us translated medical paperwork for our parents before we ever even knew how to write an H&P. Some of us scheduled appointments for our grandparents and even accompanied them before we ever knew what constitutes hypertension or hyperlipidemia or much of the other medical jargon that we have had the privilege of learning during our time here. We learned to ask questions to navigate our highly intimidating healthcare systems because our families needed answers. We learned to ask questions because we refused to accept confusion as the final explanation. And throughout our time here at the CUNY School of Medicine, that same curiosity has shaped us into the physicians that we are becoming. Curiosity is what carried us through the many, many hours of studying, trying to decipher the question stems that were before us. It also carried us through the long, long hours on rotations when we were faced with complex diagnoses. We saw it in ourselves and in our classmates who stayed after rounds, digging deep into UpToDate, our best friend, to better understand a patient's condition. We saw it in our study sessions in Harris Hall, where we collectively tried to make sense of concepts that initially felt impossible. And most importantly, we saw it in the kindness of how we always took the time to help our peers understand a topic that we ourselves may have just learned. It is this curiosity and drive that pushed us to never just stop at the how, but to also ask the why, especially when an answer did not feel complete. It taught us that medicine extends far beyond pathophysiology and treatment plans. It requires a deeper commitment to understanding the reasoning behind our decisions and the humility to always keep searching for better answers. Because the truth is that medicine is a field that is constantly evolving. The treatments that we memorize today may change tomorrow. And the guidelines that we rely on today will continue to be rewritten. In an ever-changing world, we will not always have answers for our patients right away. But the best physicians are not the ones who pretend to know everything. They are the ones who remain curious enough to keep learning, humble enough to listen and understand how much there is yet to learn, and disciplined enough to continue searching for answers when their patients need them the most. So recognize that knowledge is not just an option in this profession. Medicine rewards curiosity. It rewards persistence. And it rewards the willingness to keep growing even after the title is earned. Medicine does not reward complacency. As we step into residency and our careers in institutions across the country, from right here in New York City to states as far as Hawaii, I hope that we continue to protect the curiosity that we have cultivated during our time here at the CUNY School of Medicine. Because when we leave here, we are not just carrying our own training forward. We are representing this institution in every decision that we make, and every patient that we care for. And I hope that we make the CUNY School of Medicine proud, not simply through what we know, but through the discipline to keep learning when that knowledge falls short. So be the person who knows the answer, but more importantly, in terms of uncertainty, be the person who is determined to find it. Do this for your own growth, for the teams who will rely on your judgment at critical moments, for the families who will look at you to find the clarity in the uncertainty, and most importantly, for the patients who will place their trust and oftentimes their lives in your hands. Thank you, and once again, congratulations to my fellow graduates, the class of 2026.
Dr. Go lightly. You get to do the honors.
We are now moving on. Hold on just one moment, please. Would be my pleasure. We are now moving on to the hooding ceremony, a special recognition ceremony, and indeed a sacred part of our ceremony for doctoral degree candidates. It represents a rite of passage to the next generation of, in this case, doctors. Hooders are testifying that our physician candidates have met all the requirements for the MD degree. It is an assertion of the right of the faculty to hood the students. Our candidates will place their hoods over their left arms and present themselves to Chief Hooder, Dr. Joanne Fernandez Booker, who is a faculty member and alumnus of the class of 2012. In some cases, another MD faculty member will serve as the hooder. The faculty member will place the doctoral hood over the candidate's head to signify that they have successfully completed the graduate program and that they merit their degrees and titles as a physician. I invite Dr. Danielle Pritchett, Associate Dean for Curriculum and Assessment, and Dr. Medea Akhtar, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, to join us here to call the names of the graduates as they present themselves for hooding. Dr. Macbeth, are the MD candidates ready to be presented to the faculty for hooding? And for those of you who couldn't hear, he said absolutely, more than ready.
Ready, Dean? Alina Abraham.
Augustin Abreu.
Olua Fisayo Odeoye.
Sarish Ali.
Crystal Anthony. Edward Augustin. Priscilla Babalola.
William Beauchamp.
Brianna Benoit. Danielle Bucco. Sophia Castro.
Jenna Cherizard.
Amy Cohen.
Samantha Selma Colon. Alicia Kaur Daroch.
Krista Davy.
Elizabeth DeCarmine.
Alexis Dickerson.
Izuchukwu Abere.
Gabrielle Irisnor.
Ashley Francis.
Cheyenne Huda.
Kalechi Ibe.
Anjali Jacob.
Idi Kafajiu.
Oluwafunke Kolawole.
Matthew Lee.
Kalina Liu.
Ricky Lavelle.
Joseph Marte.
Daram Mator.
Rochelle Monteau.
Daniel Murdahayev.
Chelsea Napier.
Imani Wokaji.
Ebube Chukwu Obiora.
Olotubi Oradota.
Palak Oza.
Rushi Parikh.
Aaliyah Robinson.
Angel Rodriguez.
Olua Shaitan Rufi.
Camila Noeli Sanchez Mateo.
Anna Solomon.
Joanna Tomoka.
George Tyler Tavares.
Chidobe Umisor.
Jasmine Wang.
Vincent Yao.
Haley Young.
Dr. Palacio, you want to do these honors? So there's one thing that I really like to do, but it's much better if it comes from our trustee as the Dean of the City University of New York School of Medicine. Are you guys ready?
Right here? Okay.
No,
where do I
you-
start?
right here.
Yeah. As the CUNY Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the CUNY Board of Trustees and your faculty, I confer the degree of medical doctor to the CUNY School of Medicine, class of 2026. If you want one, you can have it. Thank you. Another one down here.
Thank you so much.
This is so great.
Okay, team. Turn around and salute your families so they can see you.
Okay, doctors, turn around and salute your families.
That's much better. That's much better. That's much better. Okay, we're just gonna keep rolling.
All right. I'm here. All right, you're gonna do that?
I'll do this. Okay. You know, we're now at the most hallowed moment of our commencement ceremony. And my friend and colleague and boss, Dr. Palacio, we're at the hallowed moment, please. Please. Woo-hoo. The students know what hoo-hoo means, not everybody else.
That means you all sit down now.
So this is a real treat to have a physician as the trustee of the Board of Trustees of CUNY to be able to administer the oath to our newest students. Members of the platform party who are here, as well as any other physician, PA, healthcare alongside us to renew your oath. Dr. Palacio will give the Hippocratic oath, and you'll repeat after her. So here you go.
Thank you so much, Dean Green, for this tremendous honor. The Hippocratic Oath dates back to antiquity. It is taken by physicians and guides their ethics and their behavior. I ask all graduates to take the modern Hippocratic Oath by repeating after me. And as Dr. Green said, all other physicians, I invite you to stand and renew your oath. There are 10 elements to the oath that we are about to recite. I swear to fulfill to the best of my ability and judgment the covenant that follows. I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those practitioners in whose steps I walk. And gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will apply for the benefit of the sick all measures which are required. I will remember that there is art to medicine as well as science. I will not be ashamed to say I know not. I will respect the privacy of my patients, for their problems are not disclosed to me that the world may know. I will not permit considerations of gender, race, religion, political affiliation, sexual orientation, nationality, or social standing to influence my care. I will remember that I do not treat a fever chart, a cancerous growth, but a sick human being whose illness may affect their entire family. I will prevent disease wherever I can, for prevention is preferable to cure. I will remember that I remain a member of society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings, those sound of mind and body, as well as the infirm. If I follow this oath, may I enjoy life and art, respected while I live and remembered with affection hereafter. May I always act so as to preserve the finest traditions of my calling, and may I long experience the joy of healing those who seek my help. The oath, this covenant being taken. Congratulations, class, doctors of 2026.
Well, here to, you can rest yourselves. You get to cherish this moment. You get to cherish your moment with Dr. Gold sitting here. As this oath was read, I think you were really touched. But you also are at a moment in time in which you get to join the CUNY School of Medicine alumni family. Here to welcome you is Dr. Akeem Marsh, whom you met earlier, but he's also your Alumni Association president. Dr. Marsh.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always good to be back. It's an honor to be here to share space with you all. And yeah, it's like a family reunion, man. So, I want to extend a huge congratulations to you all, to everyone who's graduating, families, faculty, staff, everyone who was in their corner. This is a moment for us to celebrate, and reaching this milestone is major. So every single one of you guys over here, you all earned it. You put in that work, the late night studying, the exhaustion, the self-doubt, the change in locations just to try to force yourself to focus. All of that led to this moment, and it really shows. You did that, all of you did that, right? Welcome to the alumni side. Today you join a community with what I truly believe is unlimited potential. Sophie Davis and CUNY School of Medicine graduates are everywhere, serving on the front lines in their communities in primary care, leading major healthcare organizations, and shaping policy and government, also advancing research and transforming healthcare in countless ways. And much like the commute many of us took to get here, not all of our journeys will look the same. Some came like me on the 6 train to the M100, M101. Others on the 8 train from Queens, or transferring at Atlantic Avenue Pacific Street Hub from Brooklyn, Staten Island Ferry, Long Island Railroad, all that. Just trying to make it to class on time. Different routes, same destination. And that is the beauty of the profession, too. Your career does not have to mirror anyone else's. Sometimes the best thing we can do is just stay open to wherever our journey leads us. And that brings me to the Alumni Association, which you're now officially a part of. As the current president of the Sophie Davis CUNY School of Medicine Alumni Association, one of my goals is for every student to be connected with at least one alumni who can support, who can guide and help mentor along the way. But I'm gonna need some help with that. So what's up, guys? Are you with me? How'd that sound? I hope so. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. And now I have a few thoughts to share about the next chapter, which is residency. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to match day, but I definitely appreciated the results, and you all showed out. 98% match across 15 specialties. Truly outstanding. Congrats on that for sure. And a special shout out to the 3 psychiatrists out there. I appreciate y'all. Gotta represent, So residency is going to challenge you all in so many ways. It's where you continue refining your skills and growth into the attending physicians that you aspire to be. There will be a lot of demands, difficult days, endless on-call shifts, times when you really want to question yourself. But remember this, keep this in mind. You're here because you earned it, you know? As you move further along in your career, there will be moments where you're the youngest person in the room. Back in my day, you know, we had to transfer out as M3s, and it felt like everybody was older than me. Like, some folks were in their 30s, some in their 40s. But as you move further along in your career, there also will be moments, as you move further along, there will be moments where you're the youngest person, and there's gonna be times when we were there, like, thinking about looking up to the doctor. Where's the doctor who's gonna teach us? As interns, that's when you become the doctor. And going forward, that's what life's gonna be. So I'm mentioning all of this because it brings me back to my time as an intern, my first on-call shift. I was really panicking over something as simple as, how do I order the Tylenol? That feeling, you will get that. It's normal though, it's normal, and you'll figure it out. There's always somebody somewhere supervising, you just sometimes gotta track them down, but they're there, I promise. And despite those doubts that may creep in from time to time, you are far more prepared than you realize because the education that you received here went far beyond the classroom. One of the most unique parts of the institution is the community that we all built together. You started out with like maybe some small friend groups, right? But then over time, you guys got forced to work with other people. You had to do some group project, a lab or something. And then next thing you know, here we are. We eventually sort of come together on shared goals, build those bridges, right? And then understanding is forged. And so we celebrate each other's cultures, right? Through food, music, language, traditions, shared experiences. And over time, many of us, you know, we really got to appreciate that, become more humble, more self-aware, and more open because of that. And the truth is, that type of environment is extremely rare. Like, you spent the last 7 years in one of the most culturally rich and diverse educational spaces imaginable. And most places you walk into, so you're not just gonna be the youngest, those places you go to, they're not gonna look like this, like almost none of them. And that perspective isn't common. And because of that, that is really a strength, it's really a privilege. The interactions you've had here with classmates, faculty, staff, patients, and communities will make you better physicians. In every specialty, you'll work alongside people who never had the privilege of training in this type of space, but you did. And because of that, you bring something uniquely powerful into every room that you enter. That's also why this community matters so much. This institution, the alumni network, the relationships, always will be here for you. This will always be a place where people will understand your journey. And so as you all move forward, remember this. You got this, you got this, you got this. We all got this, and more importantly, we all got each other. Class of 2026, congratulations again. Best of luck in residency. You're officially crossing that line from students to professional colleagues. And I'm so proud of you all. And I look forward to what incredible things the future holds for you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Marsh. It's always a pleasure, as you know. Dr. Marsh sort of contributes in so many ways on even Saturdays in regards to a couple Saturdays in a row in regards to selecting our AOA students, as well as our Gold Humanism Honor Society students, and so many admissions, everything. And so you're just an amazing alum. And you guys can be as amazing as Dr. Marsh, and I'm expecting it of you. As we move towards closure, there are a couple things I'd like to thank. First of all, the alumni who are here, can you just stand up for a minute? We have some alumni here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for entrusting your child's education to us. I need to thank the Commencement Planning Committee. That includes our communications, development, our student affairs, our wellness office. So many amazing people. Today and always, we always thank our public safety, Sergeant Pacheco, you and your friends, officers, thank you so very much. Our facilities team, thank you, thank you, thank you for helping to keep us safe and secure. This was truly a team effort, but I want to acknowledge one person on my team who has been tremendous for this school for 28 years and helped it get its provisional accreditation, its preliminary accreditation, our ongoing accreditation, and has stood by my side as our outgoing Chief of Staff and now Senior Advisor to the Dean. Miss Annabelle Santana Colon, are you there? She's been the sage and the dean's whisperer. I often say, you know, why don't you just speak and I'll just move my lips. But this has been truly a team effort. New doctors, please stand up once again and thank your families and your tremendous faculty and staff. And so, you know, we realize that the world has its own challenges, and so we've added a song that has been used to unify people for generations now. And so we asked Dr. Lahobier to come down to perform Lift Every Voice and Sing. Dr. Lahobier? Those of you who are sort of wondering, this was often called the Negro National Anthem, and those people traditionally stand for this song from a cultural perspective. So as we're waiting for the music to cue, it also represents the time in the night during the Civil Rights Movement where people came together regardless of their religion, their creed, their ethnicity. You know, you had blacks with Jews, you had Arabs with gay, you had people who came together to support the civil rights of all people.
lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise as the listening sky. Let us resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that their presence has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
So, thank you, Dr. LaHobier. So, we end this event with a salute to our ancestors. And we honor and respect the Lenape people, the indigenous people on whose ancestral lands the City University of New York School of Medicine stands. We acknowledge and honor the Black, indigenous people of color, enslaved and freed, who labored to make this place we call home. We affirm the aspiration of the great Lenape chief Tamanin that there be harmony between the indigenous people of this land and the descendants of the immigrants to this land. As long as the rivers and creeks flow and the sun, moon, and stars shine. Good people, the 2026 commencement has come to an end. Congratulations to our new doctors. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating with us. A couple of little housekeeping things. We're going to be processing out. Grandmas in particular. You cannot hug them yet. Okay, hands off the graduates. Okay, we're going to come around and the students will come back up for their official picture, a picture with Dr. Gold and some of our distinguished people. So Dr. Gold, you sit right here for me, please. Stay out of mischief. Rosa can get you into mischief. And at the end of all this, when you finish partying a little bit, you can go to the Dean's Ice Cream Social, which is outside, and the ice cream trucks that are there. So thank you very much for coming. So very proud of you guys.